Today's rest day. We're doing some stretching. We pretty much do every day. All we do on pretty much rest days is I golf and then we swim and do some mobility work. So figured this week we'll do some mobility work, and while we're doing it, answer some questions. We posted on our Instagram yesterday to shoot us some questions. I haven't even looked at them yet, so hopefully people actually wrote the questions because I don't even know. Dude, there is a nose mark on your camera from Theo. Can you see it?
Hold on, before you start, are you gonna answer every question no matter what?
No,
Dude, there's gonna be,
not.
I think there's gonna be way too many.
I know, but regardless of what comes up.
No, I've looked at mine and I'm not.
There's some creepos in there.
Yeah.
Come into it!
I want bicep pics and like showing me measuring your quads and like all this shit.
Yeah!
We're putting that on there. We're putting that on there. Alright. I'm gonna lean against the freaking pole. Alright, well, we'll start out with the pretty obvious one. I don't know if I specifically talked about it. Someone asked why I didn't do the Rogue Invitational. I know we talked about it a little bit, but I think just after the games, I was definitely didn't feel like myself at the games. So I wanted to make sure that all the things that I was dealing with didn't carry on for like the rest of the season. So I thought it'd be good just to take some time and make sure I'm healthy. And it sucked being at Rogue because I actually felt really healthy. And I felt like I could have competed, but I don't think if I decided I was gonna do Rogue and I trained like high volume to be prepared for it, I don't think I would have felt as healthy as I would. So
I also got a lot of why didn't I compete at Rogue, and I would have loved to compete at Rogue, but unfortunately because of my back, I didn't finish the game, so it's a little bit hard to get an invite. And then when the qualifiers rolled around, my back still wasn't 100%. It just wasn't worth the risk of re-aggravating it, so I sat this one out. But I would have loved to be there.
be at Waterpalooza though. I'm doing team, Ellie's goal's individual. As long as she's healthy, she'll be there.
Yep.
Be good. All right, so I got favorite 40-minute EMOM. I don't like any of the 40-minute EMOMs, but I would say one of the, all right, just the break dance or stretch.
Lost a tooth. Look at my.
Oh, you got blood everywhere. Which tooth is it?
His front tooth. I thought that was a big one though. Oh no, it's this side one.
All right. Anyways,
I got blood all over me.
favorite 40-minute EMOM. I don't know. Our 40-minute EMOMs are pretty similar. I'll tell you guys one of the hardest ones or combinations of things that we do. So we always do 2 machines, and it's always echo bike and rower, and there's always like a set pace for each one. So the calories aren't like super hard to do in a minute, but the pace that we pick for the calories makes it to where that's hard. So for the 40 minutes, you have to stay at that pace. So you might be finishing your calories in like 40 to 45 seconds, but you need to keep them at a high output. So we always do rower and echo bike, and then sandwiched in like on either side of them is like normally like a lift of like heavy deadlifts at like 405, or we'll do clean and jerks or sandbag cleans for one of those. And then the next one is paired with like higher volume like gymnastics, so like handstand walking, parallel handstand push-ups. We've even done like burpees and stuff like that. But no matter what, when you pick the right numbers on the machines, the workout gets pretty real.
Have you feel like you've trained harder and better since you guys have started training together? I think it definitely helps, but I've always been someone that when I train alone, I feel like I've got a pretty good intrinsic motivation to like push myself and like just beat what I did the day before sort of thing. But when training gets like pretty grueling and you get tired and burnt out and all those things, it definitely helps having someone to go through that with, and like, you know, you're suffering together and you know you're probably both a little bit tired, and so that's definitely helped. And then we both have different strengths and weaknesses, so it's good to be able to, I know that if I can be within striking distance of certain workouts of Justin, that I know that that's going to hold up really well in competition. I think that's pretty vice versa. He knows if he can hang with me on certain workouts, it's going to hold up pretty well for him in competition. So that's definitely helpful as well. But I wouldn't say that we train any harder because we train together. I think we got to where we are because we can train hard by ourselves or together.
10 more seconds. Just so you guys know, I'm definitely not going to get to everyone's questions.
Change sides. That's not puppy smart, but you coffee on there.
It's a lot of questions.
Oh.
A lot of the ones I got is just like mindset from like after the games, doing the off season, not competing. I'd say like the main things that I think about every day are probably the 2 quotes on the wall. Like, my best is enough and confidence comes through preparation. So, okay, we got to roll out our quads. And I think like those are things that I think about probably every day, even in my training, because despite like, I think focusing on the outcome can like get to people. And when you're focusing on just like the effort and everything that you're doing every day in your training, it just kind of starts to become habit, and you start basing like your performance on the day on the effort that you put into it. And you kind of start to get detached from the result itself. And that's always just worked good for me. Just knowing that, hey, no matter what, if I'm coming in every day and giving it everything I have, then like when it comes time to like step on the competition floor, whatever that may be, like I'll be ready. Find some quotes, put them on a wall, tape them on your mirror or something. Pretty good.
I've got a lot of, I'm also not going to be able to get to all the questions, but there's a few that I can sort of group together. I got a lot around like my back and rehab and how it's going and how I've helped it. So it's definitely still not 100%, but I'm definitely progressing in the right direction. And I think the biggest thing with injuries is just to like focus on the things you can do, and I can still do a lot of things in the gym. There's definitely a few things I'm not back to yet, but I know that I'm progressing towards those things. And then in terms of what's helped it the most is just like working with a really good team, trusting in that team, and making like, I know that if I'm doing what they say and using their guidance, I'll get back to where I need to be. I think a big thing as well is just like when you're injured, half of the battle is like mental, of when you try a new movement that you haven't done in a while and that you're a bit scared of, is like trying to get over that barrier. So yeah, I've been trying to like not think about it as much, and just like, I know I've done the work to try the movement out, so like try and have confidence in that. But yeah, it's definitely going well. Not 100% yet. Injuries are really hard, so sorry if anyone's going through an injury right now. I feel the hardness of that, but no, we'll get there, and hopefully I'll be out at Wadapalooza in January.
Oh, 90 to 90s. Do you remember when I met you and then you sent me a video saying my name, but then you said it wrong? I don't really think that's a question, but I'm sorry. And I'm not going to retry to pronounce your name.
Your name? Hip 9090s?
Hip 9090. And then another person said, why don't you do any comps anymore? And I was like, hey, I literally competed at the games like 3 months ago, so I feel like that's still competing. But if you guys do want to see me compete, I'm doing a powerlifting meet in December. So what, we're like 6 weeks out, Dallas? So we'll release a full video on that. And then the whole team's going to be here. Adam, Jesse, Trista, I think, is going to do the competition. So that'll be sweet. And then another like 4 weeks after that, I'll be competing at Wadapalooza. So in the next like 3 months, I'll be competing twice. And then obviously we get back into the season with the Open, all that stuff. I had a couple of questions asked me too, Ellie, like tips on stuff that you're doing for your back.
On specific things?
Yeah.
I mean,
like
it's
tips for back injuries. I mean, I know everyone's back injuries are different, but like, what are the like general things?
I mean, I honestly feel like getting it sort of diagnosed and like getting someone that will lead you on the right path of things you need to focus on. For me, it's been a lot of like hamstring and glute focus to try and use those instead of my back because I'm very quad dominant, so I don't like using my hamstrings. So a lot of like single leg deadlifts. At the start, it was like a lot of just like core work, but then now it's like single leg deadlifts, like a lot of glute activation and glute exercises. And then obviously our strength coach, Jessie, or in our sessions, that's the main focus as well. So heaps of hamstring, like reverse hypers, glute ham raises, yeah, a lot of post-chain stuff. Yeah, that's been the main focus.
I got a good question. I realized that I probably should have been saying people's names when I answer their questions. I'll start putting them. Anyways, Justin's favorite thing about Australia, and Ellie, what's your favorite thing about America? I'd say, I think my favorite, I know it's small, but like breakfast in Australia is awesome because every coffee shop is a breakfast spot and like vice versa. Like I know like when you're here in America, like you don't go to like a breakfast spot and then they have like an espresso machine or anything. Like you get pour over coffee at your breakfast, and then if you want like good coffee, you got to go to a like actual coffee shop. But in Australia, like those two things are combined, and I know it doesn't sound that great, but the food was awesome and the coffee's great. And then, as you guys know, I bought a coffee machine right when I got home because the coffee was so good compared to here. All right, Ellie, what you think about America?
Freedom, guns, America. I mean, everything is a lot more accessible here. Like in Australia, we're on like an island. Like everything, if you want to get out of Australia, like the shortest flight's probably like 4 hours. Whereas I feel like in the States, everything is just a lot more accessible. Even like the things you buy online, Amazon, all of that. So I'd probably say that. But I do miss Australia. That's actually one of my, I got a lot of like, when am I coming back to Australia? We had planned to come back for a couple months over the Australian summer, so like November, December, January. But just after everything that happened this season and we ended up getting Theo, we just wanted to stay here and like get in a bit more of a routine and schedule. And if things stay the same, I'll be back to Australia in May for Torian, I guess. But there's no specific plan to come back yet, which is a bit sad. But yeah.
What was your initial reaction to the games moving to Texas?
10
It's gonna be freaking hot. The average temperature, I think, at that time was like 108 or something ridiculous. And it's humid. I mean, I know Madison was humid too, but like,
When I think
it's gonna be aggressive.
When I think of
it's gonna be mostly indoor.
I just think of brown dirt.
Brown
I don't know if
dirt?
that's
What other
accurate.
color dirt?
Red
Red dirt?
and sand colored.
All right.
Brown dirt and like industrial and hot.
Ellie, what's the hardest thing about being a CrossFit couple? I got a lot of those.
When he beats me in a workout.
It
No,
is-
you can't get mad when you beat me. No, actually, that's a lie. I do get really mad when you beat me in a workout.
You do. I think it's like the good things can also be bad things. Like, I think the reason why we're such good training partners is that, like, the things that I tend to be really good at are some of the things that Ellie struggles with, and then vice versa. So we are able to push each other a lot in like each workout, but it's not often that we both have a workout that we're both really happy about. So normally when we finish a workout, one person's like stoked and the other one's pissed. And that's probably 90% of the time. Do you agree?
No.
No. All right, you got this one.
I feel like I've got some rapid questions.
Okay, go.
Rapid fire questions.
Get him.
Shit. One of them is, did I leave Australia for Justin or CrossFit? Initially CrossFit. I'm not gonna.
And then what was the second? Initially CrossFit.
How long do we typically sleep? What?
I said initially it was CrossFit.
Yeah, that's all I'm giving. I'm saying rapid fire. I'm not elaborating on it.
Okay.
Because you take too long.
Okay, well you're taking a long time right now, so.
I can't do this one. I got really bad mobility.
10 questions per time.
Okay. How long do we typically sleep? It's never less than 8 hours, but like I'd say 8 to 9, sometimes 9.5. Got a rapid fire?
No.
Oh my god. What's your favorite music type? Probably like indie folk is my typical like go-to music, but like when I'm in the gym about to start a crazy workout, probably like, I don't know, what do you call the music we listen to?
Country?
Just like remixes stuff.
House mix.
Yeah, house mix.
Alright, Ellie, who does Theo snuggle with more?
He definitely snuggles with me more.
Yeah.
He wrestles with Justin.
Yeah. And Zach.
He knows that I tell him off when he bites me a lot, and I like don't like it. So, but Justin just sort of lets him and wrestles with him. So he definitely comes to me if he wants a hug.
That's it. I got one. Do you count your macros? I do not, but I do work with a nutritionist now, Trevor. It's actually an awesome thing because, yeah, Trevor,
10 seconds.
the guy that's helping me with my nutrition, he gets in contact with the people from Lean Feast and kind of makes all my meals for me. Like Trevor sends them to Dave. Dave like makes the meals, and then I just pick them up every week. So I don't know what my macros specifically are, but someone's tracking them.
A lot.
Yeah, they're a lot. A lot of carbs.
What's my favorite post-workout snack? Probably cookies.
Shoulder
No.
internal rotation.
Usually I'll just have a protein shake and then I blend it with ice and banana. And that's pretty much what I do. I don't know if it's my favorite one, but it's the one that I do most days.
What helped you improve most in your CrossFit journey? I'd say probably just like surrounding myself with like a good team. I mean, it started out with like training with Sun here in Boise. He connected me with Adam, and I think just from like having those two people, like it's grew into the team that I have now. I mean, it's me, Adam, Jesse, Daniel, Ellie, Dallas, freaking my whole family. Like I think just like having people around me that like me for me. I said Daniel.
I got you, Daniel.
Anyways, yeah, I think just like having people that are like in your corner that like just want you to succeed. And Adam's pretty good at programming, so.
I got a lot of, are you guys getting married? So that's probably a question for Justin, not me.
I'm just trying to win the CrossFit Games a couple more times.
Any more dogs? Definitely.
No,
In the future?
definitely not.
In the future.
After Theo's dead.
No. Oh my god! Justin, that is so mean.
Who is the better dog parent? That kind of goes well. Probably Ellie.
Yeah, but it's like
Sides.
I'm obviously the mum, and like I feel like mums get a bad rap. Like we do all the shitty, hard stuff, and then the dads get all the credit where they're just the fun-loving.
Change size.
We have to take them to the vet, pick up their shits, do the gross stuff. Anyway,
Okay.
what do I miss most about Australia? Probably my family and friends,
Not Nala?
and my dog. that I abandoned.
Okay, is a hot dog a sandwich and is ketchup a smoothie?
No.
I say yes. I think
Firstly, a hot dog's in a roll, so it's not a sandwich. It's more of a baguette, if you will.
a baguette, a hot dog is not a baguette.
Well, it's in a roll. It's in a, like a...
Get away from me. What would you say, Zach?
Hot dog's a hot dog.
Yeah.
It's its own thing. I feel like that's the way out of the answer.
No, it's
That is the way out. It's
not a sandwich, it's a hot dog.
okay. Dallas?
Yeah, I'd have to say it's its own thing.
Yeah.
I say no.
I feel like if you looked up the definition of a sandwich, the hot dog would technically meet it.
And I'll say ketchup is a smoothie because I would drink it. So that makes me feel better about myself.
Gross.
It's actually so good. I used to do it when I was a kid, just like...
Okay, we're staying on the ground. Pec stretch. Okay, we got 2 more stretches.
What advice would you give to someone trying to compete at an elite level? I would say just trying to be as consistent as possible. Like there's no magic training program, but I think at the start, no matter how I was feeling, I always just tried to go into the gym and just get something done. It didn't matter like what it was. I just every day showed up, and usually if you do that, you'll start seeing results. I'd say.
Who's more ticklish? Ellie likes her feet being tickled. Like she prefers it. So.
Yeah, I do. I like it. Puts me to sleep.
Question for Ellie. Will you be sharing more of your story anytime? Super inspired by your Insta posts.
I actually got a few of those as well, and yes, there's definitely some stuff in the pipeline. So stay tuned for that if you are interested.
What is a good workout schedule for someone trying to become a games athlete? Hard to say. Just train.
Do it.
Don't do it. No, I think just like starting like basics and like finding a program to follow, and just finding like a training schedule and just trying to like, I think that mindset of like trying to do the 1% is a good way to start. Just making sure that you're doing everything you possibly can to kind of make that one like step in the right direction and try to keep doing that.
I think it's like very individual to each person. Like you've got to find the schedule that works for you, that's gonna allow you to follow the program. Like there's no point trying to stick to a schedule that you know isn't gonna be like you're able to follow in the long term. Like you got to find that schedule that works for you. And if that's like only training during the week and not on weekends, but that means you can get all your training done, like
10 seconds.
Do that.
Always curious if athletes sleep in separate beds when competing for 100 recovery.
Change
Yes.
size.
Yeah.
Ellie snores, so
I do not. I don't.
breathes really loudly.
I do not. Don't tell lies. Justin steals my covers, so yes, we sleep in.
That's true.
No, we for the games we get separate rooms.
The week leading into it, we stay together, and then like a day or two before competition starts, we go into our separate rooms because we don't want like her highs to like be brought down if I'm on a low, and vice versa. So I think it's just kind of good to kind of keep things separate. Obviously, we're there for each other, but still trying to like be in our own lane.
Except when I broke my back, and I couldn't dress and undress. Then I had to ring my little bell, say ding-a-ling-ling, because Jessie didn't want to help me for some reason.
Ellie, who's faster?
Me, I'm fast as a fuck boy. Who's a better driver?
Me.
No. Definitely.
Yes.
No, you can't say that because I can drive on both sides of the road, both sides of the car, like a freaking boss.
The other day we're driving. She's like, do you ever get nervous when like someone's merging and you're scared they're just gonna merge all the way into your lane? I was like, I mean, I kind of understand the fear, but like I've never really like thought about it. And she's like, yeah, I'm always just thinking 2 steps ahead. And then keeps driving.
No, I said I'm always 2 steps ahead. I don't say I'm thinking 2 steps.
You just are.
I am 2 steps ahead.
Who's the big spoon, Ellie?
What?
Who's the big spoon?
Yeah.
It was the opposite.
Who said I love you first?
I don't remember. Probably me.
It was you.
She remembers.
This.
I had one about how is it living with each other, any funny stories, and I wouldn't say we have any we have a lot of funny stories, to be honest. Just look back at the channel. I mean, Ellie tries to kill me about every other day, but actually with knives. But I think a cool fact is that from the day we met, we've lived in the same house. She came and visited in Vancouver. I was staying with Son and Megan. And I was like, hey, Ellie's coming to visit. She was just coming for a week to train. And they said that she could stay there. And then she really liked it and ended up staying for 3 months. And yeah, from the day we met, we've lived in the same house.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
You don't sound super excited about it. I thought that was a cool fact.
Yeah, no, it is a cool fact.
Okay. Or weirdest thing a fan has said to you. I think I've got a lot of weird things, but I'd say the most common weird thing is asking to touch my hair. It makes me pretty uncomfortable.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that? Come and give me that name. Come fight you.
Oh, I think it's a guy, Carter
Oh.
Peterson.
I'll still fight you.
Uh,
I got, this is for all the Boise people. What are your favorite Boise restaurant coffee shops here so far? I'd say coffee, push and pour, bakery / quick food spot, certified bakery. We love their sourdough English muffins. And then go to breakfast spot. I'm gonna butcher this because it's French and I'm Australian. It's called Atavola. There you go, for all you Boise.
Okay, last couple questions before we wrap this thing up. Have you conceded that Ellie is right about the words capsicum and mince?
Excuse me, what
No.
stretch are we on?
We're done.
Oh.
Is your training any different in that you have a powerlifting comp this winter? No, doing the same things, but I think it definitely helps with motivation in the pieces. Definitely push just a little bit harder, knowing that there's some haters out there saying that I'm not going to lift a lot, so that's pretty motivating. And then the last one is someone asked about what's my number one bucket list item, and I don't have a number one, but I actually have a list on my phone about bucket list items, and none of them are checked off. But I want to meet Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'd like to meet the people from Dude Perfect. I want to fly in an F-18. I want to get a tour of a big Navy ship. Someone told me that they did that, and it sounded pretty cool. I have relish on here. It was a cool idea Zach did a while ago. I want to do that. It's it'd be a little series on YouTube, but it's kind of pick a city and then pick another city that's probably in the same state, but really far away. And the goal is just to make it from one city to the other by word of mouth and bouncing from CrossFit gym to CrossFit gym, trying to get rides, doing workouts along the way. So that's a bucket list. Kind of want to do that. That'd be super fun. I want to go see big wave surfing on a jet ski. Thought that would be freaking sick. Or in a boat, when you see those huge waves crash. See the northern lights and see flowing lava. That's all of them. If any of you guys can help me out with any of those, that'd be sick. But that's it. You got any last questions?
I'll answer a few quick ones. Best CrossFit gym in Adelaide. For those who don't know, I'm from Adelaide in Australia, and it's definitely Get Fit. So if you're ever there, make sure you go and check out Get Fit. How fired up am I to get back on the competition floor? I'd say very. I was very, very sad I wasn't at Rogue. Couldn't even watch it. Very disappointed. But hopefully Wodapalooza. Do you listen to country and what's your favorite song? I do listen to country, but I couldn't tell you my favorite song right now. I'm not very good with song names, if I'm being completely honest. And Why are you laughing at me, Zach?
I'm sore.
What's something that we do together that's not fitness related?
Oh, dang.
Whoa.
I mean, that's
Hey
fitness
now.
related.
It is fitness related.
I'd say we like getting out and exploring Boise and like
Trying like new breakfast spots, new places for lunch, things like that. And try to do that a bunch.
I
on
love
rest days.
coffee, so like finding new coffee spots. I go and sit in the golf cart when Justin golfs.
See my caddy.
Yeah. So if you need any golf advice, hit me up.
Do you want to show us your swing real quick? Like little tips on the swing?
Yeah, you
Wait,
just
stand up. Come on. Stand up. What?
You
Well,
just-
what are the, just 3 simple tips for a golf swing?
okay. Look at the ball. Keep your eyes on the ball. Keep your chest over. Otherwise, you top it. Right? Yeah. And then, what's another good one? There's so many. There's so many. Keep your arm straight. Keep them straight.
Now show it. Put it all together and show us the swing.
Oh, I can't right now. I need to warm up.
That's the 4th tip. Always.
Yeah, always warm up and work on thoracic rotation.
Boom. Anyways, kind of an off video this week. Hopefully, guys, you liked it. There's a bunch of questions we didn't get to. Maybe like in the next couple videos, we'll kind of knock off a little bit more of them, but that's about it. I think the next video, there's a CrossFit gym. They just built their own facility out here, not just outside of Boise. What's the city? Caldwell. So it's like 30 to 40 minutes outside of Boise, but they are having their grand opening this weekend. So we're gonna go there, probably check it out, hit the workout with the group, and then probably release a video on that next week. So that's about it. Theo, you need to close your legs. Be a gentleman.
This is his favorite position.
Anyways, see ya. Open this. I can't open it.
You talking top or whole?
No, like the whole thing.
Nah, it stinks, huh?
No, dude, I promise you. Are you actually opening it?
Just the top.
Yeah, no, you need to get all of it. I can't open it. I'm like, I think I'm gonna have to throw the thing
I'll
away.
get
just
it.
'cause I
I'll
can't.
get it. I'll get it. I'll get
Hold
it.
on, let me get this shit. Oh my god, let me get that out.
I heard it crack. Let me get it. I'm stronger than Zach.
Nah, I think it starts to get a little. I need some chalk. Did you get it?
The wide stance.
I feel like it's just like jammed in there. That's actually a good idea.
Oh my god!
Damn, you nearly chopped it up. Oh, dude.
Dude, I don't know. It's like stuck.
It's like
It's like deformed. At
Yeah,
the
it's
top.
like deformed out, but like.
Okay,
like
I'm
cross-threaded.
breaking it off. It's coming off. Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna leave it in here now and then. This is gonna be like what people do every time they come in the gym.
You can only sign the ball.
Oh! It hurts so bad.